The battle is for your mind. It's for your heart. That's what they're going for. And that's why Revelation just uses this word. It's its favorite word. It just repeats it over and over and over. Starting in the 7 churches, going through Revelation chapter 12, it repeats, he who overcomes, he who overcomes, he who overcomes, she who overcomes, he who overcomes will be granted, will be given, it's all about the overcomers. It kind of makes you think, if you just read those verses, that when we get to heaven, we're going to kind of high-five each other, like, hey, good job, you made a way to pull it off. Kind of what you do after a game of some sort. Hey, our team won, high fives. But the description of what we will experience in heaven is very different to that. There's no description of high fives or good jobs or way to do it, way to hold on long enough. You don't hear that at all. What do you hear? You hear, and let me put it on the screen with the references, Revelation 3 and verse 21. You hear from heaven, he overcame. Revelation 4 and verse 11, you are worthy, O Lord. Revelation 5 and verse 5, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, he has prevailed. Revelation 5 and verse 9, you are worthy, O Lord. And Revelation 5 and verse 12, you are worthy. What you hear in heaven is you, Jesus. You did it. You did it, Jesus. We become overcomers because he did it. There's all sorts of unlikely heroes in the book of Revelation. There's the Word of God, an unlikely hero. Last we saw it in chapter 11, it was done for. But chapter 19 is after chapter 11. And then you see these churches, and they're pale at times, and they're black at times. But there's a bunch of overcomers, unlikely heroes. And then you see a lamb. Let me put his picture on the screen. Because if you stood outside of Jerusalem back a few years ago on a stormy Friday afternoon, where the Romans and the Jews collided to crucify this poor wannabe rabbi who, when it came right down to it, yeah, he had done some kind of strange, awesome things, but when it came down to it, there wasn't a group of people there crying. There was a group of people shouting, crucify him. He was done for it. They weren't going to see any more of him. You would have thought. But he became the unlikely of unlikely heroes. And heaven tells us, don't count him or his word out. You dig deep into it. You sink your roots deep into the Word of God and into the testimony of Jesus. You bet your life on it. Some of us have been real chintzy with spending time with Jesus. Happens when it can. We read the Bible and we have a moment. Let me warn you, beloved. This hockey stick graph, this battle of Armageddon, the book of Revelation as a radar says, wait a minute, there is some unusual activity, an unprecedented activity by Satan and his demons. They are on the move, folks. They are on the move. And our only defense lies in the Lamb that was slain and the word that he left for us. When Jesus said, I am with you always, this is what he meant. I'm going to give you my word. I am with you always, and I am coming back. That's the good news of the battle of Armageddon.